Hey there, basketball fans. Today, we're talking about the roller coaster ride of the Golden State Warriors. Buckle up, because this story is wild. Picture this, January 10th, and the Golden State Warriors are taking a beating on their home court. It's the worst loss they've seen since Steve Kerr took over as head coach. And if that wasn't bad enough, a few days later, they face another devastating defeat against the Memphis Grizzlies. But get this, the Grizzlies were so banged up, they looked more like a G League squad in disguise. Trouble's brewing. Draymond Green's on the edge of an NBA ejection. Klay Thompson's inconsistency is raising eyebrows. And Andrew Wiggins? Well, let's just say he's lacking that spark. With an 18-22 record, they're sitting uncomfortably in the Western Conference standings. People are calling for Kerr's head. Some are saying the Warriors are done. And even JJ Redick's dropping videos claiming the dynasty's over. Ouch. But hold on to your hats, because here's where it gets interesting. Out of nowhere, the Warriors mount a comeback. They hit hard, slapping the NBA in the face. Defensively, they're on fire. Kuminga's making waves. And don't even get me started on Steph Curry's ice-cold dagger that had Kevin Durant reminiscing about the good old days. Oh, and speaking of KD, let's not forget the colorful exchange between him and Draymond. Yeah, that happened. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Is the dynasty really over? Some say yes, but let's pump the brakes for a second. Sure, the Warriors have faced some tough times lately, but let's not forget the MVP-level play of Steph Curry and the defensive prowess of Draymond Green. And while Klay Thompson's had his ups and downs, he's still a crucial piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about Klay Thompson also. Every time critics start throwing shade his way, he steps up and delivers a vintage performance. Take his recent showdown against the Utah Jazz, for example. The guy's still got it. So saying the dynasty's done doesn't quite add up. Just peek at the Warriors' last 11 games, and you'll see what I mean. Their heartbeat is still strong, especially with rising stars like Jonathan Kuminga and the surprising emergence of Brandon Podziemski. Steve Kerr's singing Kuminga's praises, and for good reason. The kid's the real deal, making a massive impact nobody quite expected. Now the Pacers are turning heads, led by Tyrese Halliburton, morphing into an offensive powerhouse. And when they snagged Pascal Siakam mid-season, well, they leveled up. So when the Warriors faced off against them, it wasn't just a game. It was a litmus test. And boy, did the Warriors answer the call. Steph Curry did his usual Steph things, but it wasn't just him. Kuminga turned heads with his performance, dominating in the paint like a seasoned veteran. And let's not forget Draymond Green's return from suspension. He's not just about defense. He's the heart and the soul of the team. His energy awakens Andrew Wiggins, showing just how vital he is to the Warriors' championship aspirations. So doubters beware. The Warriors aren't just a team, they're contenders. And as long as they've got guys like Steph, Klay, Draymond, and the rising stars stepping up, writing them off would be a mistake. After facing off against the Pacers in what felt like a pop quiz, the Warriors stepped onto the court against the Phoenix Suns for what can only be described as a final exam. The Suns were on fire, winning 5 of their last 6 games, including a dismantling of the Milwaukee Bucks. It was the ultimate test for Golden State. But here's where it gets wild. That game wasn't just a test, it was a show. Scratch that, it was a war. Steve Kerr talks about playing like a big man. Well, this game was the epitome of that. Kuminga was showing KD what he's made of. Draymond was locking down Booker, and Steph, oh boy, Steph was putting on a clinic. The Suns found themselves in hot water, especially Nurkic, who tried to rattle Draymond, but only fueled his fire. And after Steph's monumental 3 and Draymond's defensive lockdown, it was clear. The Warriors were back. Next up, the Utah Jazz. And let me tell you, it was a masterclass in Warriors basketball. We're talking a full Avengers cast out there, with 8 players hitting double figures, and Steph and Klay, well, they were lighting up the arena like it was New Year's Eve. But let's not forget the defensive prowess of Draymond, the pinpoint accuracy of Wiggins, and the vintage performance from Klay. And Steph, he just continues to blow minds. So what does it mean moving forward? It means the Warriors aren't just back, they're here to make a statement. They've not only bounced back, but they've punched the NBA square in the throat. And as we look to the future, one thing's for sure. The league better watch out because the Warriors are on a mission. In the last 11 matchups, the Warriors have snagged a whopping 8 wins. And those 3 losses, well, one was a nail-biter, another was marred by questionable refereeing, and the third pushed into overtime thanks to Murray's clutch shot. They were this close to a jaw-dropping 11-game win streak. And get this, during this stretch, They boasted the 4th best offensive rating and the 3rd best defensive rating in the league. Elite company, folks. So let's address the elephant in the room. Can the Warriors actually clinch the 2024 NBA championship? Despite the media trash talk and online doubters, the answer is a resounding yes. Against up-and-coming teams like the Thunder or Timberwolves, it'll be a gritty battle, but the Warriors' experience and execution will shine through. And don't even get me started on the matchups against the Kings, Mavericks, or Pelicans. Let's just say it won't be a picnic for them. With this revitalized Warriors squad, expect dominance. So brace yourselves, folks, because the Warriors aren't just contenders, they're a force to be reckoned with. Now, first up would be the Suns. With Kevin Durant leading the charge, it's tempting to think they'll steal the spotlight. But hold your horses. Warriors defense is a force to be reckoned with. In a best-of-7 series, bet on the Warriors emerging victorious. Now, onto the Clippers and Nuggets. The Lakers might give us more jitters, thanks to their favor with the refs, but I'm putting my money on the Warriors against the Clippers. Just like Jordan's legendary block on Malone and Stockton, the Warriors will continue to thwart Harden and Westbrook's championship dreams. As for the Nuggets, they played smart in the past. Their narrow wins against the Warriors this season don't inspire confidence. It'll be tough, but the Warriors have the edge. Swinging over to the East, the 76ers are out of the running, especially with Embiid's injury woes. Even if he were at his best, Philly would struggle against the Warriors' prowess. The Bucks, drama seems to follow them like a shadow, and I wouldn't be surprised if they stumbled before reaching the finals. That leaves us with the Celtics. On paper, they're formidable, but history tells us a different story. They tend to fizzle out in the playoffs, and facing the 2024 Warriors, Golden State in 6. So after all is said and done, the NBA will have a serious discussion on its hands. With 5 rings, does Steph Curry surpass LeBron James in all-time rankings? It's a debate that'll rage on, but one thing's for sure, the Warriors are primed for another championship run. Thanks for tuning in, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, I'll see you.